Hello guys, and welcome to this Volkswizard car sales video on this 2002 52 reg Audi A2 1.6 FSI SE. It's done just over 71,000 miles from new. We took it in part exchange against an GTI. It was actually the buyer's father-in-law's car, and it was promised us with full history, but none of it didn't come with it in the end. But we found about 45,000 miles worth with Audi, and then we just gave it a really big service when we got it. So discs and pads all around, wheel refurb, new centre caps which are very expensive, cam belts, we sorted numerous coolant leaks, we've done spark plugs, air filter, everything you can think of has been done, and it now is a very good, cheap, smart car. We also had paintwork done. There's a bit of damage here and there's a bit of damage on the back bumper. I think a bit of lacquer peeling there, so we've probably spent quite a lot on this car. It was a labour of love. Even fitted rear parking sensors that are flush fit, look like very original Audi ones. Yeah, it was a bit of a labour of love. Most of these get scrapped, especially when the death pipe goes on the back of the engine. It's called a death pipe because it's usually uneconomical to repair the car when that goes, but we did that, and it should make a good car for somebody. And the reason I like the A2, it's a cheap, small car, but A, it doesn't rust because it is aluminium and it's amazing underneath, and B, it's different. So a cheap Polo at this age would look like a cheap car, but this looks like maybe you haven't bought it because it's cheap, maybe you bought it because it's cool. They're not worth an awful lot, maybe they will be in the future, but they always get really high praise from journalists, and I can understand why. It's a very cool, cheap car if it's in good condition. There are plenty of battered ones around. It does make a big difference if it looks like it was in the original brochure, which this one does. And the FSI for me is the engine. I had a TDI 3-cylinder before. It was very rough and ready, especially when cold. I couldn't really take that, so I sold that and I swore I'd buy an FSI. But there's a lot of things changing here, and I really don't have the space for another car like this, along with my Golf GTI, my Corrado, and another car. So interior has worn well. They were made of very good quality materials back then, and carpets are all good as well. There is some wear and tear here, like on the headlight switch, but yeah, it's very, very presentable. It's very clean. I wet cleaned it a few months ago. It's had a new battery as well. There are a few little niggles, like this catch has got a micro switch in it, which is now constantly saying that the boot is open. I can't get a replacement very easily, so that's like that. I've got the parcel shelf, more storage down here, and a new battery down there, which is made by Banner. And yeah, it's made it a lot more reliable than with the original knackered battery. There's a cover missing off the window winder there, which you can probably get, but it's not very easy to find unless you scour eBay. And I think that is it. I can't really show you under the bonnet because it takes two hands to do it, but you take the whole cover off and you can get to what you need. Now, I've run it for quite a few hundred miles now, and I've not had to put coolant in it, and hopefully that means we've resolved the issue by replacing many pipes, hoses and clips. So hopefully it should prove a pretty reliable car for the new owner. It could do with some new number plates, really haven't got around to that as yet. I polished the headlights because they were discolouring a bit. It's got very good tyres on the front, pretty much like new Davanti. There's a pair of those on the back. They're the same make again, but there's some other budget, Centravanti, no idea. But yeah, loads and loads of tread, and I say new brakes all round, new cam belts. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this Volkswizard car sales video on this Audi A2 1.6 FSI SE. That's actually my car. It's registered to Volkswizard. It has been for nearly a year now. I think it came in Part X in about June. If you need any more information, do not hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching.